tonight, Melissa Herndon and Julie Kelly face off in quarterfinal number 2. For Melissa, she's been to a tough-to-get-to TV match only once before, while the native from Ireland, Julie Kelly, has been here frequently and already owns a Classic Tour title. Melissa Herndon and Julie Kelly next. Welcome to Hollywood, Florida, and the fabulous Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino for quarterfinal action at the Qt's Florida Classic, presented by the American Pool Players Association. Great action coming up between Melissa Herndon and Julie Kelly. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Florida. Mitch Lawrence, along with the striking Viking Ava Mattia Lawrence. We've had great quarterfinal action already. Jennifer Beretta knocked off the number 1 ranked Karen Corr in one quarterfinal matchup. This one between two of the hottest players on the WPBA Classic Tour.
No question. You have the styles of Melissa Herndon on one side, who's more of a pool player, powerful break, great shot maker. Then you have more of a snooker style in Julie Kelly. She's very meticulous, very centered, very secure of her shot making and her moving the cue ball around the table. So I think we're going to see a fantastic matchup between these two players. Very hungry, both of them, like you said.
Well, we started off with 64 players this week, and it's been an amazingly tough week to get to these final 8. There you see Jennifer Beretta and Karen Corr. This matchup, they will meet in the semifinals. Jeanette Lee will face Dawn Hopkins, and Jeannie Seaver gets to play the Duchess of Doom, number 2 ranked Allison Fisher. And both players coming to the table now. Melissa Herndon on the left, Julie Kelly on the right. And this lag for the opening break, very, very important. We will talk about it a little bit as we go along. This is clearly for who will have the first break. And this is pretty close. I think Julie Kelly's got it by just a whisker there. And that is what kind of match we are expecting to hear. That close here in Florida.
You don't have to rack, honey. It's my rack.
Let's take a look at our rules of the game. It will be a race to 7 to see who moves into the semifinals. We'll be alternating breaks with a 30-second shot clock on the players and 1 extension per rack. And it will be cue ball fouls only.
Go, get into this match.
And so Irish Julie Kelly, originally from Kilpierce, Enniscorthy, County Wexford in Ireland, with the break. And this has been one terrific year for a great player. Currently ranked 6th in the world. And a good break, Ava.
It was a great break. 2 balls made on the break. And she didn't really get a shot at the 1. I mean, it's open. She can hit the 1 ball, but the 2 ball has the side ball blocked. And the 5 and the 8 are blocking the corner pocket. So right off the bat, she's going to have to start with the safety.
Motor Molly. You saw it living in Feasterville, Pennsylvania. Look at this. That's going in.
That'll work.
This is one dogged, determined 9-ball player. You'll get to see that during the course of this match.
No question. And that 1 ball sliding into the corner pocket opened things up for Motor Molly here. 2 ball, corner pocket, touchy shot, but the fact that the 4 is right here, she doesn't have to do much with the cue ball. Kind of kill it right there. Great shot there.
Good shot. So that first one, a little bit iffy, but that was a very, very connected stroke by Julie Kelly with a huge win this year, Ava, at the Canadian Classic.
Oh, she just played a flawless tournament that time. It was really impressive to see. And those of you following her career for a while now, she's been playing on some of the TV matches here and there, but failed to really put everything together. And after winning that tournament, now she's back again. As you can see, she is starting off really with a confident confident stroke. And she's really, really a great player, developed from snooker, being a great snooker player to a really accomplished 9-ball player. Here she must have tried to just avoid that 8 ball, as she did. And all major issues have been solved here, Mitch. She just needs to come up anywhere in this area up here, pretty much anywhere. Unless she wants to draw it, obviously down here she can do that. But I would think she's just going to come straight up and play the 8 ball in the corner pocket. Oh, look out. That slid a little bit more than she wanted to. She's still okay, but now instead of just shooting more or less a stop shot, she's going to have to shoot a pretty severe cut here, Mitch. To go across and back.
Nicely done. So good work here by Julie Kelly, and this is what you want. She has not let Melissa Herndon get to the table. No problem. Julie Kelly takes care of business early here in her quarterfinal matchup with 11th ranked Melissa Herndon. Melissa Herndon will have her chance here in Florida. The Q-Tech Q's Florida Classic is brought to you by Brunswick Billiards. Since 1845, the standard of superior craftsmanship preferred by experts around the world. By Q-Tech Q's, serious cues for serious players. And by the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino.
Closed captioning provided by Ozone Billiards, your online source for billiard supplies.
A look at the Dragon Lady, 11th ranked Melissa Herndon, who is having a true breakout year. We asked her how she felt about her time in the spotlight.
When I played the match to get on TV, I had to play Allison, and I had to come back from a 6-2 deficit. And in the final game, when it was hill-hill, she scratched, and I had 4 balls left with ball in hand, and I had to actually say to myself, like, are you ready to get on TV? But I was, and I made the decision going into TV to play very aggressive, and even though I lost, it was really, really exciting, and I'm ready to do it again.
And here she is, originally from Thibodaux in Louisiana, now living in Thousand Oaks, California. She is a fun, entertaining, and truly talented player. Watch out. Boy, that cue ball is moving toward the corner pocket, Ava.
Yeah, she just let go a little too much high spin on the cue ball there. She almost flirted with that corner pocket, but.
A look at her finishes this year in 2004. You see it 5th place at the Midwest Classic, and then a huge 3rd at the U.S. Open, 9th at the National Championship. And against the best players in the world, this is some great playing. And this is a woman who's getting more confident with every single event.
Got a work cut out for her here, trying to, oh, she went for this combo. Look at this. Bang combo on that 5 ball. She knew she had a big pocket, but still, that was a tall order and a great shot. Not bad shot for first shot coming out of the gate after being seated for the entire first rack. And now just draw it up for the 2. The 3 is right there. Everything is wide open. 6 balls at the other end of the table. And this is a little bit of a concern, the fact that the 7, she's limited to playing it in one corner pocket. The 9 ball has the other corner blocked. But she's in good shape. She's in good shape. Just draw the cue ball up. Give herself a little bit of an angle on this 6. All she does not want to do, the only thing she doesn't want to do is to get straight in on the 6 ball. All right, there you go. She can make this 6, float the cue ball all the way to the end rail, back down for the 7. See if she can get all the way down. She needs to get just past the side pocket. And perfect shot right there. That's great there, Mitch.
There is some good speed.
Oh,
Whoa.
oh, it wouldn't stop rolling.
That's stable.
Oh, wow, look at that. What looked like it was going to be a perfect shot. Now
Spoke
she's got
too
some
soon.
work
Yeah,
to
it looked
do.
like it was perfect and looked like it was going to stop. You can tell a lot. If you watch Melissa Herndon, she will tell you how balls are reacting. Very,
No
very
question.
emotional player.
Yeah, she's fun to watch. Got tough backwards cut on the 7. Yeah, a little bit too much there. Costly mistake by Melissa here in the 2nd rack already. And kind of a smorgasbord for Irish Julie Kelly here. She comes up, just 7 ball, float up for the 8, and the 3 balls are lying there like it was planned in her favor.
And as Julie moves along for the 8, I want to tell you about this great playing equipment you're looking at, that beautiful Manhattan table by Brunswick Billiards, Centennial balls in the big break rack, also by Brunswick Billiards, and Simonis 860 cloth on the table. Great products for the best players in the world. And this is a big, big break for Julie Kelly. I mentioned earlier that she's a very determined player and does not let go once she gets her teeth in a match. And if you're Melissa Herndon, the last thing you want to do in a short race is give Julie Kelly this kind of an opening to put a rack on the board that she did not expect to get. And that quick backstroke that is very much a part of Julie Kelly's repertoire. She leads by 2 racks here in Florida.
Kelly, she leads 2-0. Break advantage back to Miss Kelly in game 3.
And you are looking at tournament director Steve Tipton and 2 of the great official products of the Classic Tour, the Big Break Rack and Centennial balls, both by Brunswick Billiards. We thank them for their support, bringing you these players. Without them, you wouldn't be seeing Julie Kelly and Melissa Herndon trying to move into the semifinals. So Julie Kelly comes to the table leading 2-0. We're in rack 3 here in Hollywood, Florida. As she gets ready to break, try to extend this lead.
And it's a well hit break, nothing wrong with that. She managed to make a ball, but no shot here at the 1. If she does have a shot at the 1, it's a thin, thin cut into the corner pocket right here. And the fact that the 2 is so wide open, it might be worth going for. I think when we're looking at it, the safety looks about as tough as the actual shot, so it'll be interesting to see what mood Julie is in. Now she's going to go with the safety. And she did so very successfully. If that 1 ball can get past the 2, that's a good shot.
Good shot. A little bit of a minefield there. There you see Julie Kelly's road to the quarterfinals. Tough match against Vicky Paskey, losing to Dawn Hopkins, thrown over to the loser's side, and then coming back to defeat the tough Belinda Calhoun and Tiffany Nelson in a fantastic match to get to this quarterfinal TV match against Melissa Herndon. And a little bit of a different format, as we saw that play by Melissa Herndon, a little bit of a different format, Ava, here in Florida. A double elimination format until a round of 16, and then a redraw, and the players got to come back and play 1 match, sometimes 2, to get into this quarterfinal matchup of 8 players.
Exactly, and it's really put a lot of pressure on the players. We used to play in double elimination all the way through, and now instead the 8 losers drew into the 8 winners that were placed in the bracket. And it was a very interesting format that was tried out, and heard a lot of positive reaction both from the spectators as well as the players. A little bit different, shaking things up a little bit, and obviously both of these players have loved it. Julie, in this case, is looking at a nice little run here again, Mitch. She can get back the cue ball back up there for the 3. Look out for the side. Look out for the side.
Goodbye.
Ouch.
And that's the kind of play. Again, this is little things like this may determine who's going to win this match. Melissa Herndon with an earlier miss. Now Julie Kelly giving ball in hand to Melissa.
So many times that you have an opponent just, if they happen to really play well on you one day and just beat you badly, or you beating them. But a lot of times you see these players, it's who takes advantage of the opponent's mistakes and who makes the least amount of mistakes themselves. And that's how we see the two queens of this game, Allison Fisher, Karen Kaur. That is their strength. They make very few unforced errors. Let's see if Melissa can take advantage here of her opportunity, or see if she can punish Julie for her mistake. She's got an open table, and there doesn't seem to be too many reasons why she shouldn't right here. Just keep her head down and follow through.
And she is somebody, we talk about this a lot now because on the WPBA Tour, so many players coming along, making names for themselves, unafraid. It was for a long time the Allison and Karen show, Allison Fisher and Karen Kaur, but Julie Kelly, with her huge win at the Canadian Classic this year, beating Karen Kaur and Allison Fisher in the process. Melissa Herndon finishing 3rd at the U.S. Open. It's becoming a different landscape on the Classic Tour. She's shaking her head a little bit. Left is a little bit tougher than she would like. This would be to get on the board. This is a big, big shot for Melissa Herndon, Ava.
Absolutely. She wanted to get all the way down and be straight in on the 9. Anytime you can be straight in the 9, it's a good thing. But no problem for Melissa. Nice, powerful stroke, and she's trying to loosen up.
Melissa Herndon down by a rack here in Florida. Melissa Herndon, having just gotten on the board in rack 3, trails Julie Kelly 1-2 in a race to 7 to see who will move into the semifinals of the QTech Q's Florida Classic presented by the American Pool Players Association. Waiting in that semifinal matchup, Jennifer Beretta, number 18 ranked Jennifer Beretta, who knocked off a dragon, the number 1 ranked Karen Kaur. That's how important these quarterfinals are now here in Florida, Ava.
Still spinning.
No question. And this dragon lady right here has got plans of her own. As you can see, perfect break shot. Straight in shot on the 1 ball. The 2 is right there. 3 ball on the other side of the table. It's a wide open table, Mitch. She can't quite reach it, so using the bridge. That's about her biggest obstacle for the next 2-3 balls. If you look at the table there, the 4 ball being down here, this is the key shot of this rack, getting from the 3 down here in this area where she can make and get to the 4. That's the most important angle that she's going to be looking at here in this run out. She does not, well, if she is straight in, she can draw it back and play it on the other side. That's fine. Not where she wanted to be, but it'll be all right.
And you see a little bit of a kind of a not the greatest look on Melissa's face. I really find her fun to watch. She is so completely into it. Very, very confident player now. She will let you know how she feels.
She's going to have to put a stroke on this one. Watch that cue ball come all the way back. How did she hit it? Look at that.
There you go. I will tell you something. She wants the crowd involved. She gets annoyed when she does not get the response that she feels she deserves on a great shot. Keep your eyes on the cue ball. And look at the action on this, Ava.
So smooth, powerful stroke. Yet perfect control of the speed of that cue ball until just then. Well, she wanted to come up all the way out to play the 5 in the opposite corner or even in the side. Now she's got a little bit of a tester here. Looks like she's going to be forced to playing the 5 ball. Still in that corner pocket. The 7 ball is blocking the path to the corner she wants to go to. So she came up a little bit shorter than she wanted. See if she can really dig deep here. Tough backwards cut when you can't see the pocket. A little low left. Oh. Well, look at this though. She got away with it.
And both of Melissa Herndon's misses in the first 4 racks, one in the second rack, and that one came when she was shooting away, had to aim away from the pocket, backward cut. That kind of a shot, she was not somehow in her repertoire. That is not a comfortable shot for Melissa Herndon.
And it is a difficult shot, but I think you're bringing up a good point, and I'm sure when she sees this match or even afterwards, she'll go home and work on that a little bit. She got lucky here, though, left a bank shot at best for Julie. It's not the toughest bank of all, but anytime you bank the ball, it's look at that shot.
And those kind of shots are big in terms of a player's confidence.
No question. You'll see it here again. Just straight on it, just off a little bit with some left spin, come up perfectly for the 7. You just tap this in, just trying to hold the cue ball for the 8. No problem.
6 was gone on the break. You'll see there on the bottom of your screen some of the other terrific top finishers this week in Florida, brought to you by the American Pool Players Association. We can't talk about it enough. The level of play on the Classic Tour is skyrocketing. Players from all over the world coming here to play, and it's starting to really show up big time. And Julie Kelly has rightfully taken her place among the best, currently ranked 6th in the world, trying to keep moving up, and there's only one way to do it, keep winning. And she is trying to do that here. Up by a couple of racks against Melissa Herndon. Irish Julie Kelly will have the break in rack 5.
Hi, I'm Melissa Herndon, and I'm ready for you to get to know me, so bring on the questions. My father is a pool player, and when I was 18, I moved in with him and to nanny his 2 younger children, and I didn't have any friends in the area, so I went to a pool room with him, and there was a cute guy there, and I just kept going back. I work full-time. I'm an office manager at a Hawaiian travel agency, and that pretty much takes up all my time when I'm not playing pool. To be honest with you, I mean, I just want to beat them. I want to be them. I want to be one of those top players, and in order for me to get there, I have to take them down.
It's the WPBA on ESPN2. Hope you're enjoying today's quarterfinal match. Wow, that cue ball came close to the side.
That was a great break shot right there. And she deserved a shot there. The 1 ball right by this corner pocket. 2 balls wide open. 3 over here by the side. 4 is okay. 5, 6,
5 and 6
is the issue. I think she should be able to play the 5 ball in the side pocket and be okay there, but we'll see. Right now she's just thrilled with having the 1 ball by the corner pocket and a shot at it. Open shot, so we'll see what she's going to do here.
Julie Kelly usually very, very comfortable with the bridge from her training and background as a snooker player in Ireland. A lot of action on that ball, Ava.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Get close to your work.
She said she still may need it. She doesn't know until she gets over there. No. Wow. Cue ball just kept on rolling. And Julie Kelly, as she walks around the table, it's not often you can say if you're a player, I am the only one in history to do something. Julie Kelly is that person. In 2000, she entered qualifying for the World Championship in Quebec, Canada, and won the WPA World Championship from a qualifier position, the only player in history to ever accomplish that feat. And if you don't think that is a big-time deal, you're mistaken.
I think it was incredible. It was one of the most emotional. I don't think there was a dry eye in the audience. All us players, we were all crying. It was amazing. Amazing
and
to watch.
Good touch there. And the big thing about winning the Canadian Classic this year on tour, Ava, is you always as a player have that idea that, well, maybe it was a fluke. And you see there that Canadian Classic winner was from this year, the 2000 World Championship in Canada. But what this year's win did for Julie Kelly was it, in her own mind, it said, okay, I really belong here.
Right.
And sometimes that leads to shots, strong stroke, but that.
She wanted to come on the other side of it. She wanted to be able to come on the other side to be able to play the 4 ball in this corner pocket down here, but she's okay. She's got the 4-8 combo right there. 5 ball goes in the side pocket. She's still in good shape. Most snooker players they're not too crazy about playing the combinations. Don't play a lot of combinations in snooker, but you know what? These guys have been here long enough now where I don't really consider them the snooker players anymore. They have the snooker stance, the snooker stroke perhaps, but they are 9-ball players all the way. And you can tell by Julie, she knows the game. She's starting to really learn the patterns in the last couple of years. When she won the World Championships, in my opinion, she won it on raw talent. And great shot-making ability, all that, absolutely. But as far as knowing the game of 9-ball, that's something she has studied. Her and fellow Irish player Karen Corr, the 2 of them really studied the game. They get lessons. They've done everything right and worked harder than anyone else for the last 2-3 years. And that's what you see in Julie now, and that's the difference in her game from when she won the World Championships.
And that was a beautiful, beautiful play. Ava talked about that tie-up at that end of the table as Melissa Herndon just sits and watches. Those are the kind of plays to me, Ava, that Julie is really getting strong at. She may get a little bit out of line. She may kind of not be in the position she wants to be in, but she is so determined and so focused now on pulling off the shot and making the shot when it counts.
Right.
That's the difference between finishing in the top, say, 6 or 8 in an event and finishing in the top 15 or 20.
I think that's true, and both these players really display the art of being able to forgive yourself if you make a mistake, staying in the chair, waiting, just being available for when you get a shot at the table to do what it takes.
Speaking of doing what it takes, Julie Kelly with an impressive break and run out in rack 5, and she leads Melissa Herndon by 3.
Game 5, Ms. Kelly.
Moving into rack 7, Julie Kelly once again at the table, this time leading 4-1 and missing that shot on the 3. Trying to pull away but can't quite do it. That leads to Melissa Herndon getting a chance on the 9 and getting it to 2-4 as we move into rack 7. And we have been here all week at the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Hollywood, Florida. And let me tell you, if you want fun and excitement, just a tremendous amount of wonderful entertainment, this is the place. It has not been open that long, but I guarantee you the Hard Rock is going to be a destination you're going to want to visit for a long time to come. Julie Kelly has liked it here this week a lot, getting to the quarterfinals and wants to move on into the semifinals. And a chance for the title of the QT's Florida Classic. Last stop on the WPBA Classic Tour for 2004. She leads 4-2 against Melissa Herndon.
Well, here you can see she didn't really get a shot at this one ball. Looks like she can, yeah, she's going to go into the rail first here, Mitch. She could make this. Not going to gain much, so she's better off playing a safety, I believe, because of where the 3 ball is. I'm sorry, the 2 ball. Well, successful shot.
Those are the kind where you just have to kind of do what's in front of you there in terms
You're right.
of not trying to make too much out of it.
Exactly right. And pool is so much, obviously it's about the big shot, coming with the big cut shot or the bank when you need to, or the jump shot, but so much is shot selection and doing the best with what's there. And when you leave the table, making it very dark and miserable for your opponent when they finally get their chance at the table. So it's not just about coming with the fancy shots, it's just as much as doing the right thing.
This is a face you're going to get to know pretty well. Big hopes, big expectations for Melissa Herndon on the Classic Tour. Second half of 2004. Again, a breakout time for her. We say that about a number of players, but she's definitely one of them. And now the question is, how far off the rail is that one going to come? She wants it to come way up the rail, and it does not. An opening for Julie Kelly.
If you look here, the 3 ball is the problem. The 1 ball obviously she can make, but the 3 ball is blocked by the 5 for that corner pocket, and the angle she has on the 1, she can't get back to this 3.
both players having to really take a good look at this rack. Rack number 7, Julie Kelly up 4-2. Again, Motor Molly, there you see it, Wexford in Ireland, now living outside of Philadelphia, Feasterville, Pennsylvania.
Great
Yeah.
shot. Look
Now
out,
let's see
cue
about
ball.
the
Look
three.
out,
She
cue
wants
ball.
it to hold. Look at that.
That's a shame. That was a great shot on the 2. She knew she had a built-in safety if she missed it, but the cue ball just went a little bit too far. Look at this. She's snookered by that 5. She wanted to stop just
Right
past
about
that
there.
6 ball. It's all right. She's still at the table.
Takes her extension. You saw that from Wexford in Ireland. She dared me to try to say this. She's from Kilpierce, Enniscorthy in County Wexford, Ireland, to be exact.
Good one.
She is one of the most fun people in the world to
She's
be around. I can say
fantastic.
that unabashedly. Just a true joy. Great sense of fun and enjoyment about what she's doing. Just blasts that 3 and the 6, and there goes the 6.
Well, a little bit of a trick shot here, I think. Obviously not what she planned on doing, but she'll definitely take it. Legal shot. You hit the lowest number ball on the table first.
But
hey,
that's
anything
big.
goes.
That is big.
Absolutely. Look at this. Open shot. 4 is open. All of a sudden, all the problems that were on this table are now solved.
And that's one of those roles that you talk about. If she were to move on later on, she'll say, well, I got some, because this is 4-2 Julie, and a key point in a race to 7. Comes off the rail there.
Nice touch with the bridge there. And now all that's between her and this rack really is making this 4 ball and holding the cue ball there on that side of the table for the 5. The 8's by the side pocket, no problem. The 9's right where you want it. Just needs to bear down on this 4.
Whoa,
And
whoa.
she banked that one in too.
I'll tell you what, just this whole rack for Julie Kelly has been a succession of whoa, whoa, whoa. But she is at the table with 3 balls left to take a 5-2 lead. Let's take another look. This comes very close to hanging right there on the lip. She was lucky, Ava, that that went down.
Absolutely. And we'll see if she can take advantage of that fortunate event. She went over and looked to make sure she had the correct angle here on this 8, and I don't think this is going to be a problem, Mitch, but whether she stops it there or draws it back, place the 9 in the opposite corner, no problem.
Julie Kelly with a couple of low finishes on tour early in the year, and then really picked up speed, finishing 3rd at the BCA Open, 7th at the Midwest Classic, winning the Canadian Classic, 7th at the Nationals, and here trying to move into the semifinals and a top 4 finish on the WPBA Classic Tour, if not higher. Cannot put it past any of these players. They can all do the job now. Julie Kelly with a 3-rack lead, 2 racks away from moving on here at the Hard Rock. Rack number 9 coming up here in Florida, but in rack 8, Julie Kelly with this shot, trying to put Melissa Herndon away, just cannot quite accomplish it, and the shot-making ability of Melissa Herndon on display to get it to 5-3, Julie Kelly. Qtr Q's Florida Classic quarterfinal action.
You know what, she was robbed right there. That was a textbook break, and the cue ball was heading, the one ball was heading out in this area, and it got stopped right on the rail down here. Perfect break, 3 balls on the break, the cue ball dead center of the table. Look at this again. This is how you want to break the balls in 9
right
ball.
There.
Exactly, look at that 1 ball getting hit by the 8. Very unfortunate right there, and she knows it.
There is nothing, that's one of those on the break, there's nothing you can do. That cue ball stopped dead in its tracks. She did what she had to do. Now let's see what she can do with the rest of it.
Well, she tried for a bank there, but you know, she didn't. Look at this. She had me blocked. I didn't see the 3 and the 9.
Wow.
And I believe she played the shot just like that. And either way, it turned out advantageous for her. And now Melissa's going to have to kick at this 1 ball. We'll see what she can do. If she can get solid hit on this 1 ball, she has a few blockers of her own to take advantage of here, Mitch.
That's a good look at Julie Kelly getting up to see what's going on. A good hit there.
That'll work.
And that is a terrific play from Melissa Herndon.
That'll work. I think this is the biggest change that I have seen. Obviously, the level of women's pool in the last 10 years, 5 years, has really gone up tremendously, and especially grown where more and more players are playing fantastic pool. But I think a big part of it is in these cat and mouse. It used to be a lot of the players used to hit, and a lot of amateurs would just hit the ball and hope to hit it. But the kick and playing safety, kick and trying to make the balls, having complete control, even having to go rail first, that is something that, and the men also, the men on the men's tour has really developed over the years, and it's so vital in 9 ball to not just make contact, but really create something after you're kicking at the ball. So she came up a little bit short here and left Melissa an open shot on the 1 ball, but it was very close to being a perfect kick.
Nice work by Melissa Herndon. And you know, here's a little bit of a momentum shift in this match. You can feel it. Melissa Herndon was really out of it seemingly a moment ago, down 2-5. She's gotten it back to 3-5. Good safety gets her in position to get another rack and within 1. And before you know it, here we go. We keep talking about how good these players are and that you can't count them out. This is exactly what we're talking about. And I think you make a good point, Abe. I think all these shots and all this kind of play coming because everybody is working on every facet of their game. It's not just, well, I'm going to work on making balls. They know how important all of the game is.
Absolutely. And it's all about keeping control of the game when you do get a shot at the table. Even if you have to give it up for a while, make sure that you play a good safety or something that makes your opponent uncomfortable. And Melissa is playing with some other good players. She's practicing all the time with top players. She's watching them play. She's learning every day. And you can really see it in her game. Playing smart patterns. The best way to know that is to watch a player and not shoot too many difficult shots. Somebody who makes it look very easy is usually someone who's playing very well.
See her road undefeated in 4 matches. She knocked Jennifer Beretta over to the loser's side. And Jennifer has done great work to come back and is now in position in the semifinals after beating Karen Kaur. We mentioned a little bit of a format change here in Florida. Made it very, very interesting and tough so we can bring you these quarterfinals. Double elimination through the round of 16 and then single elimination after that. And it has put enormous pressure on every one of the best players in the world. And Melissa Herndon showing you what she's made of here in Florida to get it back to within a rack against Julie Kelly. Qtr Q's Florida Classic is brought to you by Qtr Q's, serious cues for serious players. By Brunswick Billiards, since 1845, the standard of superior craftsmanship preferred by experts around the world. And by the American Pool Players Association, the world's largest pool league. As we move into rack 12, Julie Kelly on the hill at 6-5. When we left, it was 5-4 Julie Kelly, and here is how we got to this point. In rack 10, Melissa Herndon, you see her very unhappy there. And if you really want to see some unhappiness, watch this cue ball right now. You'll see Melissa say no, and then pick it out of the pocket, hand it to Steve Tipton. And Julie Kelly, with ball in hand, cleans that up, gets on the hill at 6-4, trying to close this match out. And in rack 11, Melissa Herndon once again scratching, led to ball in hand, and Julie Kelly seemingly running out the rack, and then that huge mistake, a miscue on the 8, ball in hand right back to Melissa Herndon, and she gets one rack closer, still alive at 6-5, Julie Kelly.
Here we go, bring it out, game 12. All
right, so a big turn of events. Melissa Herndon still alive in rack 12. Julie Kelly up 6-4 on the hill, trying to move on and get a 7th rack and the match in hand. Miscues a huge mistake and is now up 6-5.
Yeah, it's moving.
And Melissa Herndon very much in this match now. She's been talking to the crowd between racks, and Ava, she just wants to keep playing.
Well, she might as well have fun now. I mean, she just got a gift from somewhere.
This is borrowed time, you're right.
Absolutely. And she's trying to loosen up, get herself real confident and comfortable again. And she made a good break shot there. Didn't really get a shot at the 2. The 1's already down. See if she can get, oh. Well, she went, a little surprised she went that way with the safety, but it almost worked out perfectly. Instead, she's left just enough of the 2 to where Julie can see the left side of it. It limits her options as far as what to do if she can't see the whole ball, although it looks like she might be able to see the right side. You can see there's some blockers here. You got the 8-9, you got the 5-7, you got the 4-3. Anytime you have balls clumped together like that, the chances of playing a snooker are much greater than if all the balls are spread open. Well, how about that for going for it, huh? I'm not quite sure what that was.
So Julie Kelly maybe just still a little rattled, Ava.
She might be.
After that miscue on the 8 in the last rack.
She might be, and we'll see if Melissa can take advantage of it.
I mean, normally just a very composed, quiet player is Julie, very focused. And that has to shake you up. That just comes out of nowhere.
Sure.
Oh, I'll take it.
She said, I'll take it.
Those were the balls she was trying to hide behind, but by getting that little kick, not only did she hide behind, but it turned out a lot better than it looked like originally before that second kick. So Julie has a tough order here, Mitch. Look at this. Trying to come this way and hit it, very tough. The 9 ball's there. The angle is tough to judge because the cue ball is so close to the rail.
Sorry.
What happens is when the cue ball, or this little spot on the cue ball, when the cue ball hits the rail, when it's that close to it, after contact, the cue ball tends to kind of bow, and it's really hard to judge where the ball is going to go. When the cue ball, you much rather hit where the cue ball has a longer time to get to rolling before it hits the rail. That sounds complicated, but you would much rather be kicking the opposite direction than this way right now. Tough to judge. Very good. Well done. Well, she didn't leave a safety, but you know what? Good enough. Much better than ball in hand, no question.
That's what Melissa Herndon wanted, a shot at the 2. This is a tough rack. There is just, you see all the balls. Once she makes the 2 here, every ball.
And she solved most of the problems with that one shot right there, Mitch. She came across, she's got a shot at this 3, and I tell you what, she can go ahead and make this 3 ball You see where the 5 and the 7, the 5's behind the 7. She would better off playing that safety. And she did, and look at what a shot she did. No reason to go for that with the 5 ball being where it was. She had a perfect opportunity to hit and stick. And not only that, she did one better. She got the 3 ball behind the 6, and almost impossible to make contact here, Mitch. Wow.
Just amazing how this has turned around, at least for the time being. Julie Kelly, I'm sure, thinking she'd have been on her way back to her room by now and thinking about a semifinal matchup with Jennifer Beretta.
Absolutely. Look out for all she doesn't want to do here is,
Is hit that ball.
She hit that so softly, Mitch, because if she hit that firm and hit the 3 ball, chances are she was going to scratch in the corner. So all she wanted to do is make contact and drive the 3 to the cushion. And instead, like you said, she failed to even make contact. And look at what a turnaround again. Melissa with the ball in hand and a chance to get on the hill.
Tie it up. Exactly 6-6. One of them trying to get to 7 first. And this has not been an easy chore for either player. When I say get to 7 first, sometimes it feels like a walk in the park. And I guess, Ava, like any sport, we talked about it earlier, there are going to be days when one or both players will be in the zone and playing lights out. And this has not been one of those days.
No, it hasn't. But I tell you what, it is so easy to win when you're playing well. Oh, my goodness. And, well, you can see here, I thought for sure she could make the 5 in there, and I think she was playing the 5 straight in, and she just hit it way too thick. It looked like after the result, I thought, was she playing the combination? But she wasn't. She just hit it way too thick. Hit the 6. And we'll see. She kind of got away with it. She snookered Julie, but Julie might be able to make this 5 by going rail first. Some left spin. She needs to make sure she hits it high and hard enough for the cue ball to come around for the 6.
All right,
well
good
done.
job.
And Julie is back in the driver's seat again, Mitch. She's got this shot on the 6 ball between her and winning this. The 7 being here, 8 by this pocket, no problem. The only key shot here is making this 6 ball really just bear down and make it.
Well, that had to be a big relief, seeing that when you heard Julie Kelly let out some air. Each one of these now, she will be bearing down, I guarantee it. And when she gets to the 8, the 7 hanging in the pocket, she'll go back to about 20 minutes ago and hopefully be able to get rid of the image of miscuing on the 8 before. That is something you want to get out of your mind as quickly as possible. Get back to some positive thinking.
Absolutely, and I think all she's going to do here, not take any chances going around the table, trying to play the 9 ball in the easier pocket, just hit and stop. If it's straight in, hit and stop. If it's got enough of an angle, go ahead, roll it down and come back up again and just play the 9 ball in the opposite corner. There you go.
And that is what she's going to try to do. And this 9 ball for the match to move into the semifinals. Julie Kelly will take her time.
Molly.
And you heard it, Motor Molly. And this has to be a big one for Julie Kelly. They're talking about what was going on during the match. And now it's time for a super shot of the match brought to you by Qtech Qs. And this, the 12th rack, Julie Kelly faced with a very tough shot on the 5. beautifully done off the rail, position on the 6. And we talked about it. Not necessarily a classic match between two players, but the bottom line is this. Julie Kelly moves on and will meet Jennifer Beretta in this semifinal. Our other quarterfinal matchups, Jeanette Lee and Dawn Hopkins and Jeannie Seaver and Allison Fisher, all part of the great action here at the Qtech Q's Florida Classic. Any way you look at it, Julie Kelly and Melissa Herndon putting on a show here in Florida. Glad you've been with us. Keep your eyes open for the other great matchups. For Ava Mattia Lawrence, I'm Mitch Lawrence. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For more, log on to ESPN.com.